How's it going, everyone? Welcome to my newest video. This one is going to be covering the strongest or most powerful best survival build in the game. Now, this is just my opinion. Obviously, I think my opinion's right. That's why I'm making the video. But if y'all disagree, be sure to comment down below what y'all think is the strongest build. I base this off my own playing experience and survivability in survival. So I'll also add some early game tips and full build breakdown. This is going to be without power armor or companions. And read the description for a full breakdown. I'm just going to go ahead and give it away. Obviously, watch the whole video so you understand how to get around and whatnot, how to maneuver through the map and see it. I'll be cutting around, but I'm going to first go through my build. So strength is at 5, so you can get both armor and strong back. Perception's at 1. You get the perception bobblehead early on in the game, and it's through the main story. So you'll get Rifleman at 2. Perception's a terrible tree, especially for our build, so we're good there. And then endurance has some interesting perks like Life Giver, which at 20 you can get passive healing outside of battle, so that'll allow so you don't have to use water and things like that to heal your chip damage away. It's not super necessary, but Aqua Boy is actually a pretty good perk to get rid of radiation, especially depending on your rule set that you're playing with. If you can't use technology or something like that, really good perk that you're going to want to go for is Ghoulish, rank 4, I believe, which should be level 50. Look down in the description below. I'll have a full breakdown of how you're going to want to attack the levels generally. Charisma is going to be at 3 because Lone Wonder is one of the best perks in the game. It's going to help you deal damage and take damage, as well as carry weight, which carry weight's a huge, very important thing. Intelligence resides over gun nut, science, chemist, all sorts of science. I don't know if I said science, but all sorts of really good perks. Perk trees and whatnot. Agility at 2 allows for commando. Now you could min-max and that'd be completely fine, but commando is really the one we want from this tree. And then this is another tree that actually through your free skill points and after level 50 or so, or your free skill points before, then you could actually use them on the agility tree. And depending on your play style, you might play completely different than me and see that this character's strong, but maybe not as strong as it's not tailored exactly to how you play. Maybe you want more of a sniper build. That's a great tree for that. Luck is at 5 so that you can get Scrounger for extra ammo, because this is going to be a commando based build, automatic weapons. Automatic weapons are generally seen as a bad choice, but in survival, if you don't want to play the game breaking style of using VATS and power armor, which I think is a boring style, it's easy to not die, then this is a really fun way to play as well. So Scrounger allows for you to actually viably use automatic weapons, which can be unbelievably powerful. They can take care of super powerful enemies really quickly. And then Idiot Savant at 5. So yeah, I'm going to cut to when we get out of the vault so that I can show exactly where to go from there. Maybe not in that order, but just some basic tips. So yeah, I'll see you in a second. All right, well, welcome back. Y'all won't know that we haven't been back, but yeah, so I got through the vault and whatnot. I'm just cut all of that out for y'all. And what I'm going to do is use this first little bit to, I'm going to be playing on very easy during the video, but I have a full survival playthrough if you want to watch that. The reason I'm playing on very easy is just for demonstration purposes. It won't really affect anything. Everything I'm going to do works better on survival anyways. I just wanted to do this so I didn't take damage and didn't actually have to build the character up. So the first thing you're going to do is go here, and we're going to use our 1 point on strength. Now you'll get another point actually coming up from the perception bobblehead. Which you will get from the main story. So yeah, the first place we're going to be going to is actually over here. So you just want to set your mark for over here, and yeah, so we're going to run there real quick. I'll probably cut it out, and then I'll show y'all exactly what you're going to want to be looking for once we get closer to there. So I will see y'all in a bit. All right, so welcome back. Some landmarks that you're going to see is you're going to see a little area over there, and you're going to see this big cement dam probably, at least close to it. Even if you come from below, you'll probably see this. So we're going to want to head down here, and you also see this building. This isn't necessary, but this is actually one of my small tips for exactly how you can make a very powerful character. I'm going to just go through a few tips while I do this. So this is the earliest hunting rifle that I know about, guaranteed. And it's going to be a legitimately basic hunting rifle. However, it is a good weapon at this level, and you won't be finding combat rifles for a while. So although you probably won't be, or you shouldn't be, investing points into Rifleman, this is still a powerful weapon for you to get. And I'm not really going to be searching through, since this is just for demonstration purposes. These enemies are really weak, by the way. So the hunting rifle is going to be sitting right there, a little bit of ammo right there, and then we can head on out. You can go further into it. There's 2 more enemies to fight if you stay, but that is the earliest hunting rifle in the game. And I'm going to go through a couple tips as well, because this is going to be a tip video too. So first off, one of my biggest ones is you're going to see a lot of Molotovs and the ability to grab them and use them throughout the game. And I would just say avoid them at all costs. The reason is like if you were to throw one right here, there's a chance it'll clip onto this like animated objects, and not animated, inanimate objects, and it'll explode in your face. Now, the issue you're going to find from that is you'll die. And if you're doing a permadeath run, it's one of the easiest ways to die. I would also say the same about using mines. So you can use mines when you're out of combat, but as soon as bullets start flying, I wouldn't. Because if you throw them and an enemy's bullet hits them, which the hitbox for those seems to be ridiculously large, you're going to want to... yeah, you're probably going to die is what's going to happen, especially with bottle cap mines and things of that sort. So yeah, I would avoid those at all costs. And this is the second place you're going to want to come to, and that is simply for the Wasteland Survival Guide. So yeah, I'll show you that on the map. So we are here at Sunshine Tidings Co-op. I always just throw it in the middle of this. You can just head for this pond, and it's just south of it. So yeah, the next place we're going to want to go is actually over here. Is it Lexington? I can't remember. I should know it since I played the game so much. But I'm going to use the travel for when we're running there as a way to, you know, talk about more tips and whatnot. So yeah, you also want to avoid Suicider Super Mutants. So you'll know that they're Suiciders because they won't have a weapon. Oh, you want to avoid that guy too. That guy will ask for a pass, and he'll just kill you straight up. So that's another good way to die. It's a random spawn that it's that security Mr. Gutsy, but he'll talk about a curfew, I think, and he'll kill you. But yeah, you want to avoid super mutants with mini nukes. You'll just see a flashing red dot, and you'll be able to hear them as well. That's probably the most consistent way to die from enemies in the game, is you'll be able to hear them, you don't see them, and then dang, you're dead. Or get overwhelmed from more powerful ranged or just more powerful super mutants in general. Same thing for raiders. There's a lot of raiders that use Molotovs, and some in the game. I'm sure like scavengers will use them too, but you're going to want to avoid getting in range of those. And that's why I also say that you want to, you also want to make sure that you're getting padded or dense armor. Oh, son of a gun. And that will protect you from explosions, which it's interesting because Molotovs do ballistic damage through their explosives as well as energy. So padded and dense will protect you from both of those, and that'll be a huge help with survivability. I would also prioritize weapons over armor because armor gets 3 thrown to the wayside all the time. And weapons are have more longevity, I would say. So an example of this would be if you find a combat rifle and you upgrade it, it's going to be a while before you get to the point where you can maximize a combat rifle. But the combat rifle is going to be useful throughout the game. However, if you have leather armor, you're going to find metal armor or even combat armor that immediately becomes that outclasses that armor. So it doesn't make as much sense to upgrade your armor over your weapons because at the beginning, of the playthrough, duct tape and adhesive is actually going to be really hard to find. So you're going to want to make sure that... Come on, explode. So you're going to want to make sure that you're not, you know, throwing around your adhesive all willy-nilly and whatnot. So that's kind of the thoughts. I'm going to... So we should be able to get in here now. You have to kill all these enemies. Okay, so that should be it now, right? I don't know where the other raider is. Okay, now it goes open. So this is the final little tip. It's the perception bobblehead. That'll allow us to get Rifleman. And that is the final thing that I really need to show off. I would also prioritize maxing out the Scrounger perk tree, and that's I'll get to that in a bit when I go over the build. But that'll allow you to boost up early game fusion cells for your laser gun, which will be your automatic weapon, as well as for 45 and 5.56, which will be your late game ammo of choice, as well as gosh, what's the ammo that I think it's microfusion? It's not microfusion in this game, but whatever plasma rifles use, it's really rare. So you're going to want to be able to, you're going to want to get Scrounger, I mean, for maximizing that. You also want to keep a little bit of Med-X on you because poison damage is, the only way to defend yourself against that is through Med-X and Poisoner's Armor, and probably a couple other ways, but nothing too solid. So if you get poisoned by a bug or an enemy, you're going to want to make sure you have that. Also cook all food and make all chems, examples like Psycho Buff, Psycho Jet, and that's extra food and extra experience, as well as good ways to stay alive. Any automatic bleeding explosive legendary prefix is going to be like game-breakingly good, so look out for that, as well as rapid for like laser weapons in particular, especially Gatling lasers. I would look out for 2-shot and instigating legendary prefixes for sniper-based weapons, and avoid using companions because they'll it'll be hard to sneak with them, but they also just get in the way. They can trap you, and then you get hit by an explosive and you're dead. Items to look out for are Radstag meat. It helps with obviously food and survival, but more importantly, it helps with carry weight. Glowing fungus for antibiotics, creating those. Ballistic fiber for ballistic weave. You're going to find that in... You won't really find that. You can find it from armor salesmen. You'll find it from armor salesmen in like bulk, but you can also find it in other things like ammo bags, as well as military grade duct tape. So definitely look out for all of that, because that's what you're going to create basically your dense and padded armor, which is going to protect against explosions. Adhesive's always great, especially early game when you haven't maxed out your character. Noodle cups help with food and hydration, and you make that with the razor grain plus 1 dirty water. And then purified water is something to keep a lookout for, which will be, you can, any empty milk bottles or empty beer bottles, other bottles such as that, you can fill up with at a water source, either dirty or purified from a fresh water source. And if you get 3 dirty water, you can cook that into 1 purified water. And then early game, like I said, you're going to want to stay on your hunting rifle or your laser musket until you find a combat rifle, or more importantly, the Overseer's Guardian, which will be one of the best long-range weapons in the game. And that's my early game tip, really, is find the Overseer's Guardian. It's in Vault 81. That'll be down in the description as well. It comes with the 2-shot legendary prefix, and you want to use that as a sniper more than automatic, because the 2-shot actually increase his kick by a considerable amount, and that'll be an issue. Now I'm going to go through and just once again talk about why you're doing what you are. So right now you have the access to get everything that's not grayed out here. So we realistically, all we want right now is strong back and armor. Armor is you're probably gonna want strong back before armor, just because the carry weight's gonna be more important than upgrading your armor, like I've said before, because you're gonna be outclassing your armor rather quickly in the early to mid game. So yeah, but it's really whatever floats your boat. If you find yourself dying a lot and you think you need better armor, then go for that. Some people would say lockpick would be important, but I really just don't think it's that important. It's a little more important for an automatic weapons build, so you could tier up to that, but your perks, as I've put down in the description, are actually a lot better suited for other things, such as Rifleman. Rifleman's your secondary weapon choice. It's really just to break the ice, kind of like your archer build, your sneak archer build in Skyrim. You just shoot once, and then once they're all coming at you, then you take out your submachine gun or AR or whatever weapon you've created. Endurance is going to be set to 5, and that is because really you want to be able to get Aqua Boy pretty early. Early is like in your 20s or so. Life Giver, it can be pretty good. You slowly regenerate lost health outside of combat with that, so that takes away from using resources that you would otherwise use. Yeah, like purified water and things like that. Aqua Boy will just allow you to stay away from a lot of radiation outside of enemies and radiation barrels. So it sounds bad. Some people think it is. It's optional. I opt in often, so especially on my overpowered builds. And this is my strongest build, but it's not so overpowering that it's just not fun anymore. That would be this build with it would be this build with power armor basically. And then Ghoulish, you're gonna want to get to 9, and eventually you will do the same thing as restoring health with Life Giver, except Ghoulish will now restore radiation. So that is unbelievable. And I tiered all these perks down below as well, if you want to just see kind of where I think that they tier out at. And it's pretty rough, but I gave a fair amount of thought. Now this is like a lone Wanderer build, so the charisma tree only needs to be at 3, and you'll get Lone Wanderer, which all the way up to perk 3. Even perk 4 is okay, but I mean these are unbelievable. 15%. It might be different for survival, but you take less damage, increase carry weight, less damage, increase carry weight, and then yeah, I think it's the same as survival. I don't think the perks really change, but 25% more damage straight up is unbelievable. Especially automatic, you're doing, you know, a quarter more damage. Just unbelievable. Intelligence tree, really realistically you could actually take a perk away, or a perk point away, and put that somewhere. If you wanted to get something like locksmith, you could put it there and then do that. Or even if you didn't want to use laser weapons, put 2 over there and then get locksmith, if you really want that. But science will allow you to upgrade and do things with chemist as well. I think it's chemist. There's other things. There's small things you can create in settlements, like water purification areas and whatnot, as well as chemist will allow you to create antibiotics, which will keep you safe and sound. Medic can be okay. It's not great late game, and gun nut is going to be paramount, especially for the beginning game when you don't have a lot of laser weaponry or plasma. It's the most found stuff in the game. You don't need gun nut. It's not a necessity. You can upgrade without it for sure, but it will help a grand amount in the beginning game with ammo clip size, especially when you're getting used to using automatics and you're using a pipe gun with a drum magazine. It's amazing. And I forgot to say, but with science, I think it's either science 1 or science 2, you can pretty much max out your laser pistol, or laser assault rifle, really, automatic laser gun. And then with science 3 or science 4, you can max out the sniper build, which is invaluable. And you get early access to rank 2, which is at level 17, and you pretty much have a just an absolute cannon. And if you go do the police station with Paladin Dance, you can get a lot of fusion cells from that quest, like almost 1,000 probably. So you won't struggle with ammo anymore, and you can convert your combat rifle into a sniper. So that is really all I have to say about that tree. Agility, you're really going for commando. Sneak's great. Mr. Sandman's great for sniping, for sneaking. Action Boy's good. Moving Target's good. Ninja can be really good, but it's just so far down the tree. Quick Hands is, it's niche, but really Quick Hands one. For reloading quick, especially since you're going to be a machine gunner. But a lot of times with the drum magazine, you won't burn through all your ammo unless you're facing a horde of ghouls. And even then, you'll probably take out the whole lot of them. So I wouldn't worry too much. And that brings us to our last tree, which is luck. Luck, you're going to really want to go for Scrounger. Scrounger up to 3 is really good. I haven't really used a lot of Scrounger 4, but I'm sure it's fine. I would really just focus on 3. Because finding more ammunition is always going to help, especially once you start using, if you use an assault rifle, which you would start using 5.56 ammo, it's invaluable. Bloody Mess can be good. It's not fantastic. It's probably like a B tier type perk. And then Idiot Savant, arguably the best perk in the game. I would not go to this one because when this triggers, it takes away from the ability for this to trigger. I'm not sure if the unofficial patch patches that. But yeah, that would be a definite early game get. I get this as soon as you can, and then this at level 11 as soon as you can as well. So yeah, that is the full build. I would also say that if you're going to play on survival, the game crashes on console so much. The no sleep till bedtime perk is pretty much, I mean, it's a must. Also, the unofficial patch will help with just the game running, I think, and not crashing as much. But you're, excuse me, you're going to want to make sure you have those auto saves throughout the game, as well as manual saves. So that is it for my build. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, or you just object completely, be sure to comment down below. But I would say at least try this build out. It's unbeatable. I mean, not using VATS, having the maneuverability to just run around, sprint around, and just mow down enemies. It's a really fun play style. You're going to be really tough to kill, especially once you start getting down the endurance tree. Oh, sorry, the endurance tree, because 9 endurance is a lot of health anyways. And yeah, look down in the description for the full breakdown of levels. If I left a blank, that probably means that it's up to you. So go crazy with this build. Let me know what you think. And yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, as it helps small channels like mine grow. And yeah, I appreciate you all for watching, and I will see you in the next series. Peace out.